Okay. Um, this is before Harley started drinking and before she lost her virginity. Um, and all of that. This is kind of like when she's still kind of in this innocent stage, but she's still toxic. Okay, this is graduation night. Um, she hates that she did this, but she did lie to her mother about where she stayed that night. Because she didn't want her to, tell her that she couldn't. But Harley did, had a head on her shoulders, like she was not going to, compromise anything, like she was not going to sleep with anybody and all of that. So it's graduation night. She tells her mom that she's going to one of her, girlfriend's house and because she's having a party. She never went to that party. She got one of her guy friends, like one of her best guy friends, that to buy a bunch of alcohol, which was beer. Okay. So she had prepared to drink beer, but she was going to stay at his house where he was staying. Because, they watched movies together all the time. They talked, they laughed, all of that. That was just that kind of friendship. It's like a Dawson and Joey situation. If you watch Dawson's Creek. But, she tried to like him, but, she couldn't forget that toxic ex because of all the toxicity and all of that. But he had already been in a relationship that was, completely toxic too. So they didn't really tell each other they liked each other. No, she did. She did tell him that she liked him, but then he was going out with somebody else or something like that. I don't know. And, she decides, okay, she's gonna get drunk that night, like the first time ever. And turns out she tried to drink beer as best as she could, because she wanted just a little bit of buzz, to feel like she's kind of like everybody else. But she takes a sip of it, and of course she's about to gag because it's so disgusting. And she's like, oh, I can't do this. And then he tells her, oh, well, try to drink Coke or something with it. And she says, okay. And she tries that. She can't do it. And she says, y'all can just have this beer because I can't drink it. And they're like, oh, no, we'll pay you for it, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. But let's see, he ends up drinking the beer that night, and he gets drunk, and is telling her how he's felt and all of that, and that he likes her and he's always liked her or something like that, because she's had a crush on him since elementary, middle school or something like that. It wasn't all lovey-dovey or something. It was just, liking the situation. She was also trying to write a story, that ultimate love story she was trying to find. And he got drunk that night, and she took care of him, and he told her that, and she was like, you're not even gonna remember this in the morning. But they slept in the same exact bed. They cuddled or whatever. They didn't do anything. And the people that she's told this story to thinks that she's lying, but she really did not do anything. they kissed or something, but that was it. Like, that was it, as far as it went. Because she was not ready for that at all. She was looking for a romance, is what she was looking for. And I think the next day, yeah, she was staying all weekend. So it's like Friday, Saturday, and then she's going to come home on that Sunday. And he had found her some, because like she felt like he wasn't going to remember in the morning of what he had said to her and all of that. And turns out he did. And then he said, well, why don't you drink one of these? Because they went and got her some, wine coolers or something. And I think it was Smirnoff something. And the whole thing is, like, if she likes it, she'll drink it. And she did. She drank it way too fast, and her stomach started turning. And she just started getting wobbly, because he was telling her, like, slow down, you don't need to drink that fast, because you've never really drank before, and you're gonna get sick. And she's like, no, I didn't get like this last night, I'm gonna, do this today. And yeah, sure enough, she drank, I know, about 2 of those things, and she was, falling all over the place, and he was trying to catch her, all that. But she knew that when, he said that he liked her and all of that, that they were about to be in a relationship, and that scared her to death. Because she's like, okay, she's got to leave the other guy in the past and be completely faithful to this one, and because she's looking for that ultimate love story. The ultimate love story, you don't cheat, you're basically soulmates, blah, blah, blah. Like, she is totally obsessed about this story that she's wanting to write. And, so she did feel those things for him, just not the love type thing. It was more like a quick romantic thing. But they both get drunk that night, and he ends up trying to go out the house or something, and she's like, no, you're gonna get lost, don't do that. And they just kind of frolic around the house together, but like, they don't have sex or anything. They are, it wasn't like that. He treated her like she was a person, like she mattered. And that's what made her feel those feelings for him, because the other one did not do that, and would pretty much just call her up in the middle of the night because he had nothing else to do or something like that. And Harley began to, get over the other guy, and all came crashing down when the dude dumped her. And she became really psychotic after that, because she's like, she had pretty much put her heart on the line, and he just up and dumped her and didn't want to talk to her, would ignore her messages, ignore her calls, and she didn't understand why. It's like, and so of course she ended up back with her toxic ex, because she didn't understand, why he would just up and do that to her. Because like, everything had been going good, but then the ex stepped back in, but they really had, like, Harley pretty much told him that she was in a relationship with somebody else, and that she was trying to move on and all of that. That there was no, toxic thing there. Like, she was really trying to move on, but he dumped her, and that was that. She went psychotic. Anyways, that's all of that story.